Hi, as I promised, this video is on the BNP question time, and also I'm going to ask why is it that the BNP believe what they believe, and as opposed to what they believe, what real nationalism is, in my view, humble view. Um, well, the BNP, in my opinion, are not nationalists. They are hardline anti-immigration conservatives, if you like, and I don't believe that they have any real um, belief in this country, or any real belief in trying to do anything good for this country at all. I think they're pragmatic and they're out for power, and I believe behind the BNP there's some very evil people. Um, I think what they're trying to do is to talk about um, immigration in terms of resources, um, and the problem is with question time, the things that people were saying from the audience were almost so as nonsensical, or even more nonsensical than what Nick Griffin said. Um, even being that he is a Holocaust denier and a Nazi, basically. Um, well, he's the point of this video is that he's not a Nazi. He's in no way socialist at all. Um, I I say that because I know that might be offensive to some people who are socialists, but like Nazi does mean National Socialist. He's not a nationalist and he's not a socialist. He's a nihilist in any sense of the word. I believe he's pragmatic and out for power and influence, and I believe the leadership of the BNP, if not the majority of members, I think quite a lot of them are not stupid people, but they want to do they want to change Britain to a perception of what they want it to be, or to restore it into some sort of imagined Victorian ideal of what Britain used to be like, and they're into the empire and all of the Churchill and the glory of Great Britain and all the rest of it. Some of them I would even go so far as to mean well, but they really are in a party that is racist and on the verge of being really a terrorist organisation. I can't say that I want the BNP banned, but sometimes I'm almost there. But that would be undemocratic, and I have to stop myself from saying that. Now, I'm probably going to get some comments here saying because I believe that there should be a limit to immigration. I am a social democrat. I want the door to be open to people who've got a genuinely fleeing a country from war. Say for Bosnia, we should have done a lot more for the people who are from Bosnia, being that they're on the borders of Europe. But at the end of the day, I believe some of the most open countries, for instance, such as Sweden, such as Germany, such as Italy, such as Spain, have taken up to nearly 20% of their population. Sweden itself has taken 10% of all the people in Sweden are of immigrant stock now, or are just or economic migrants or refugees. Now those terms have become dirty words, and the BNP have used it as a dirty word to try and turn those things. So years ago, racialist used to be a scientific term, and that's become a dirty word. So I want to try and take out of this conversation these sort of firebrand dirty words, because that really stops us getting into debate about immigration. I'm very pro EU. I like foreign countries. I've been to foreign countries, and it doesn't really make sense for English people who don't like immigration to then go, well, I'm leaving this country, because when they go out into outlander countries and they settle there, they're the outlanders. They're not. They can't say that they're not foreigners when they've gone and settled to a foreign country. But I think the problem is people wanting to come and settle forever. You know, people want to have this open door policy where people can come, study, work, they stay for 5, 10, 20 years or whatever, have children here. It doesn't really matter to me. But there must be some limit to it. Now I know the BNP wants to go and like make this country 90% white or 99% white. My take on it is I think that 10 to 20% of the population is more than enough. The problem is that you can use a statistic such as that, but it doesn't really take into account the fact that people then, once they come here, they have ties, they have families, they love their families. You've got families that are of many different races, you know. You can say that one of the fastest growing groups is of white men and Afro-Caribbean women having children, and vice versa, Afro-Caribbean men and white women having children. That's just a case in point. So what I'm trying to get to is that every society needs a period for people who are newcomers who are coming in to integrate into the population. That's been done several times. We did it with the Danish in Redward's time. I'm talking about Anglo-Saxon times if it's a bit obscure. But I don't. The reason why I don't like the BNP is, one, I believe they're racist. Two, I believe they've got no morals and no ideology. They've been infiltrated by conservatives who want the empire back, basically. I think that's a very insidious group. I think they would like to have a civil war in this country, a Northern Ireland situation, if they got their way. There are people on YouTube, of course, who are BNP members, and they probably in their cells see themselves on the right side of things or the wrong side of things. Me personally, I'm not taking this as a personal thing towards anyone, but the BNP are a bad lot. That's all I can say. And in any debate about immigration, things are going to get heated. So I want people to leave comments, but to take into account that they're not to be offended. And I don't want to offend anyone from people who have come here because they're refugees or anything. We just can't imagine what you've been through to have come to this country, and then you must have been through so much to have been forced to leave your own country to come here. So I'm trying to be very sensitive to so that people will be respectful to one another. I don't want to start editing comments. Okay, well, I thought I should really put my own standpoint together, because I would like this country to be a social democratic country, and we have to make our way through these testing times and keep together, but we can't lose our national identity in the process. That's what I'm trying to say. So there might be some people who think I'm a secret rightist or a secret leftist or whatever. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Okay, so leave some comments and get a discussion going. Thank you.